Fly so much higher. Fly so much higher. Fly so much higher. Fly so much higher. Sky lines and clouds are below us now. Sky dive back down. Oh, take my hand, don't let go. Skyward bound. Skyward bound. Skyward bound. We'll never touch the ground. Never touch the ground. We are skyward bound. We'll never touch the ground. Never touch the ground. We are skyward bound. In the wake of dawn, I see you shine. When I feel that heartbeat, I fly so much higher. Fly so much higher. Fly so much higher. Fly so much higher. Sky lines and clouds are below us now. Sky dive back down. Oh, take my hand, don't let go. Skyward bound. Skyward bound. Skyward bound. Skyward bound. Skyward bound.
Round and round we go, losing self-control.
Hey guys, we're back. Hey there. Happy Wednesday, White Russian Wednesday. Today flew by. Work was crazy busy. I basically was sitting there typing for like 6 hours of just constant typing. It was a lot of dictation today, which made for a very quick morning, quick afternoon. Yes, it's my donkey shirt. Isn't it the cooler shirt? It's literally just a big old donkey. It's a shirt with a donkey on it. This is one of my shirts that I had ordered It came with the cat shirt, and I like love it so much. It's a big donkey. It's a donkey, and I love it so much. I also got a new necklace from my Tiny Hands shipment order thing. I get a new one every month. So right now I have a s'more. I have a waffle. Those were ones I bought separate from this. And I have a vanilla cupcake with pink frosting, I think. I think it's pink frosting. Yeah. So yes, Vicky, hey there. Rexon is here to say hello to you. He is very ready for stream today, and so am I. Vicky, thank you for the host. There he is. Look at him. He loves it. He loves it. So, I do have some things to talk about. So I don't know if any of you guys know, I've been meaning to start a podcast, but I kind of changed my mind on that just because, you know, I'm so much better on video, right? So I was actually looking into it. I was talking to K-Warning today about FlossTube and how I may start doing some videos and posting stuff on there and doing like kind of like, I wouldn't stop streaming. It would just be kind of like bonus, separate, almost like a diary entry, kind of like here's what's going on, here's how life is, and showing off my works in progress, stuff that I've already done. So obviously like the first video would be an introductory video, which you guys already know me, but people on YouTube wouldn't. And actually it's funny because I do have a YouTube channel. I have like 14 subscribers, and I think my most popular video is just the video that Papa Teeps made for me when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. Kelsey, how's it going? So yeah, I was thinking about starting, which I wouldn't be really starting a new channel, but I mean it'd be basically actually starting to utilize my like YouTube, but for FlossTube. So I was like looking into it, and I'm like, gosh, there are a lot of people interested in what people are cross-stitching on YouTube, which there's a lot of people on YouTube who aren't on Twitch, so it's kind of an untapped audience. So maybe I should start doing that. So I've been dabbling with that idea, so I may do a recording this weekend and see how that goes. It is White Russian Wednesday though, so cheers, guys. Cheers to that. So yeah, I mean, it would essentially be what I do now, like with you guys. Only I wouldn't be like stitching. I would be talking about stitching. It'd be kind of more of like just me not talking to you guys, but like then you can watch it anytime, and it's on YouTube, and yeah. Just raise your Sonic slush. Oh, you know, we used to have a Sonic. I don't even remember if I actually ever ate there, but it closed like forever ago, so I don't have a Sonic. I would love a Sonic. 100% I need to expand. I don't get enough exposure. I mean, I definitely agree with that in that I don't tap into everything at my disposal, and I do feel I am limiting myself only being on Twitch. So I think YouTube would be a nice way to reach people who have zero, well, and then I could, in a way, like bring people into Twitch who don't know about it, who are like, wow, okay, you're on YouTube, but then you're also streaming live, like on Twitch though. Like, so I wouldn't move over to YouTube, you know what I mean? To stream live over there. I would stay on Twitch, but then also have additional way to like do all kinds of things. But today we're gonna try something new as well, like some more new things, and which, I mean, we have stitched on a t-shirt, but now I'm gonna try stitching on a hat. So it's gonna be interesting. Oh, and I do need to find, crap, oh, my paper stuff. Oh, hi, sorry Rex, and I totally like kicked you, dude, my bad. I had to get up, my bad. What are you looking down there? I need this paper stuff. So this paper is like kind of like my stabilizer. It's like a sticky bag. Yeah, Rexon definitely doesn't get enough exposure, and Lord knows he's gonna be in all of the videos because I don't get any privacy with him. Like, look at him, there he is, right there. So I can't lock him out because he barks and whines. So whatever videos I would make, he would definitely be in them. So you would get more Ruxin for sure. Now, MOTO, hey there. Oh, here he is. Speak of the devil, and he will arrive, right? There you go. Ew, slobber, man. All the slobber. So yeah, so that's kind of a thing I'm thinking about getting into. Just so you know. Maybe do that this weekend. Papa Teeps, it actually would be a perfect weekend because Papa Teeps is going to be with his team all day Saturday playing in the 9-ball competition, which I'm not in. So I may go for a while and like watch them, but it's a good opportunity then for me to be home and try to record something, you know, an introductory video kind of deal. So I'm thinking about getting into that, guys. So yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, let's switch over. We're going to switch to this one. Yes. Okay. Yeah, because we are going to be working on the Jurassic Park, which I can already see. Oop, I need to scoot that over here. Perfect. All right. So there's a few steps to even get started with doing before I can actually stitch on this. And it goes like this. Okay, first of all, I want to figure out, so I have 18 count waist canvas, which 100% this is probably going to be easier to get out than the other stuff was, so already excited about that. I'm already looking forward to not having to like destroy the product in order to take it off. So yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be a nice change. Alright, so I figured this out. So on 18 count, it'll be like 2.6 by 1.8 inches. Which, if I measure that out, let me see. So it's like a little under 3, so it'd be like about that big by about 1 point, like, well, let's just even say that. So I can have it low enough here that I should be able to keep it below the circles and above this part here. So I think it's going to be a perfect size, which will be really nice. But now, like I said, I've never stitched on a hat, so this is going to be kind of awkward because, like I said, I've never done this before. So I'm hoping it works out okay. So, let me see. I have all this paper stuff here. So I'm going to start out. This should actually be a pretty good height-wise. Let's just go ahead and, well, let me see here. I always end up making this too big. So like 3, 1 point. And let's just do it over here. So we'll go like there. So I'm cutting my, essentially it's like stabilizer. That's kind of what it is. Inside out and upside down. Oh yeah, think of it like a hoop. Well, hello. How's it going? Ow, Roxanne, hi. Thank you. There, have that. Now get down. Get down. Get down. Thank you. Okay. So let's do this. So we're starting out like this. I hope it works for you on YouTube. You have a bubbly personality and are very entertaining. Aw, thank you, Calzy. I mean, I hope people will want to. I mean, I've been watching some. So, Muhalo, you've just popped in. It is Dog Day. Happy Dog Day, Ruxin. He gets extra Cheez-Its for Dog Day. And he had an extra long walk. Extra long walk for puppy. But yeah, so I was talking about how I'm thinking of starting a floss tube, which will be like, kind of like this, just not live, but I would basically just it's kind of like a diary, like where I talk to you about like what I've been doing, show off what I've been working on, like super simple. Like, and it'll be a lot more freeing in that, like, I can do it whenever, post it whenever, but I'm maybe shoot for, like, weekly, maybe every couple days. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I'm thinking of doing, like, an introductory video on this weekend. MOTO Media LLC. Yeah, we're getting into all the things because we don't have enough going on. I did decide that the podcast is probably going to not be a thing, but I'm thinking of tying it into the floss tube by, like, talking about and recommending stuff in the videos. So, like, maybe I'll have, like, videos, episodes where I just, like, talk about shows that I'm watching, or, like, so we'll tie it in, but I don't think it'll be its own podcast. I think it's just going to be too much work. But I think the video thing would be easy enough for me to do. And you get Ruxin. You get to see Ruxin in it, which, I mean, that's all what anyone wants to watch anyway, right? We all just want to watch Ruxin. Alright, let's see. So let's go ahead and get this backing stuck on here. So this is going to be kind of interesting, like I said, to see how this works. Yeah, we're gonna tap into the YouTube scene. And I was looking at my YouTube. I have 14 subscribers apparently on there, and there's only like a few videos, and one of them is just my wisdom teeth being, like, after my wisdom teeth were taken out. Courtesy of Papa Teeps. So, it's kind of funny. I was like, wow, I have, like, subscribers, and I don't even post anything. And I'm like, oh, it's literally just my, like, yeah, me getting my wisdom teeth taken out. So that was kind of funny. Alright, so I've stuck the backing on here. Oh, let's get this closer here. Trying to get the stabilizer on. So this being on a weird surface is going to be kind of interesting to see how this works. I feel like that's good though. We've got a nice backing on it. You should do tutorials, also an easy guide to stitching. See, I was thinking about that, but there's just so many of them on YouTube already, and I'm not very good at, like, giving instructions. Not very good at it. But, fun story, I was talking to K-Warning about that, and I think she's going to be getting into potentially doing some tutorials, so you'll have to look for hers, and then I'll do just the, like, floss tubing thing. Debbie, hi, I don't know if I said hello, but hi. I was so, like, in my own train of thought that I forgot to say hello if I did. Maybe I did say hello and I forgot I said hello. I don't know. But anywho, oh, there's Ruxin down here licking the floor. Oh, I did start another cross stitch today. So, let me show my train of thought. See, it's everywhere. I gotta show you the koala's done. I posted a photo of him. I still have to get him in a magnet along with Buzz, and what else did I do? I did, oh yeah, the raccoon. So koala's done. Look how precious he ended up being. He turned out so good. I'm so excited about him. He's pretty adorbs. Like, so freaking cute. Carrie! Thanks for the host, girl! What's up? Hello, hello! Like I said, me and Carrie were chatting earlier. It feels like ages. Gonna be lurking. Oh, okay, no problem. I'm going to be attempting to stitch on a hat, which I've not done before, so it's gonna be interesting. I mean, I imagine it's very similar to the shirt, but it's kind of awkward because it's, you know, it's like a hat. So, but we're gonna do the Jurassic Park on this kind of camo green hat. So we're gonna attempt this. So I have 18 count waist canvas. I actually think this is gonna be a pretty good size. Yeah, I have a sharp needle. Actually, this isn't as thick looking as you'd think, but I'm probably going to use the same needles that I was using when I was stitching on the shirts. I think it'll be good. I think it'll work out. Yeah, so 18 count. I actually almost messaged you earlier thinking that I was going to maybe need to do this on 14 count. And I was going to be like, Carrie, I'm going to have to stitch 14 count. But I apparently have 18 count waist canvas. So I'm going to be doing 18 count instead. Yay! I'm excited to see too. Because like I said, I haven't actually stitched on any of these hats yet. I've stitched on the shirt, which the shirt has worked. I did think, so those shirts are fine, because those aren't cotton, I don't think. But I did have an epiphany that all the shirts that I ordered from Hanes are like 100% cotton. And so one of the tips online was when you're like embroidering or stitching on a shirt, wash it and dry it first, because it'll get some of that shrink going. And then obviously people afterwards will want to wash cold and then like maybe air dry or hand wash, but like this will at least get that initial, and these shirts are freaking huge, so I kind of want them to shrink a bit. But yeah, so that way like your design doesn't like pucker or whatever as the shirt shrinks. So I was like, oh, I need to do that. No pinching or whatever. So I have the pile in the washer right now. All those shirts. Okay, so waist canvas. And this should be easier to get out than that freaking other waist canvas that I use. So I'm kind of excited about that. So let me make sure. So this is like 4. Okay, cool. Let's kind of figure out. Well, I guess I can kind of see where my middle is going to be on here. I'm just going to have to be very careful. All right, so let's go ahead and baste it on, because that's going to be important to do. I'm going to baste it on with 2. I mean, you can really just baste it on with however much thread you want. I think I've usually used just 1, but we'll use 2 strands just to make sure it's really on there. So we're basting, which means we're just stitching the waist canvas on so it doesn't like shift around while we're stitching. All right, where is my needles? Roxanne, hi. Hi, baby. No licking my leg, you're weird. You're so weird. All right, where are my needles? Excuse me. All right, what do we got here? Who's sharper? You're sharp. You're a little too thick. Well, yeah, no, you're too thick. This guy is the needle of choice here. There we go. You just bought 10 count waist canvas. You want to stitch on a pillow? Oh, fun! I think it's a lot of fun to use, I will say. It can be awkward at first, but once you get it started, it's super easy. Like, you'll have fun with it. I think, I better keep this away from my drink, because you don't want to get it wet, because obviously it starts to loosen up the fiber. So keep your waist canvas dry, in a dry area where you're not going to spill anything on it, because that would be a pain to have something spilled on it. So be careful with that. Don't spill on it. That is an important thing. I always like forget about that, but it's like, oh yeah, probably don't want to spill anything on this. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. Like I said, I'm thinking technically, great, keep it as kind of center as we can. I'm gonna kind of start it down here, I think. Oh. Okay. So there. nicely. I need to just kind of baste it on right now. So we're coming up the back and just getting this stitched on so it isn't flopping around. So it needs to be on nice and secure. Oh, chill, dog. So this is an important step. Very important step. I know I thought about stitching it on before stream started, but I'm like, people probably want to see how like you get it on here. So I decided to save this for stream. So here we are. So we're just carefully basting it on. Oh, hush, dog. Shut up. Being a whiny butt. So this will keep it from like moving around on us. Okay. So like I said, this is 18 count. Because what we're stitching is actually a pretty small, like if it's on 28 count, but we have a lot of room to work with this hat, and I want it to kind of fill a decent chunk of area, so that is why we're using a little bit larger, and it should be easier to take out too. It should be much easier to remove when we're all finished. Okay. So basting it on. Just kind of trying to make it lay flat on this like roundish bit here. Actually, maybe I do need to zoom out just a hair. I zoomed in pretty close, but this hat's pretty, you know, 3D-ish, so let's zoom out a bit. That should be better. That'll be better. Or did I zoom out at all? Did that zoom? I thought it did. Okay. Alright, so that's getting there. Just kind of carefully going all around this. Yes, right. What was it Wednesday? I finally remembered to buy more half and half. I finally remembered. So it is an official White Russian Wednesday rather than the wine and whiskey we've been drinking. Wooch. Savannah. I'm coming home, Savannah. Never be alone, Savannah. The other world, Savannah. Alright, so that bottom part's pretty basted on there. So that's good. So now we're gonna trying to keep it like as flat-ish as I can. It's so awkward to do it when it's like rounded. I think this will work out okay. Oops. Come on. There we go. Alright. So like I said, we're gonna come up here. That's fine. Alright. So like I said, I'm just basing it on right now. Trying to keep it as flush as I can. But we're not going to go all the way up to the holes, so I think it'll be fine. I think we'll be cool here. All right. But we are going to start in the middle, work our way out. So I think we'll be good. Okay. Okay. There. Hello, Savannah. Okay. I think it's doing a pretty okay job of staying flush-ish against this. That's the part. Will this be fussy to remove? Do you think it'll keep your stitches more loose? Actually, I think this will be easier because this is 18 count waist canvas, and it actually looks like it'll be a lot easier to remove. And since the stitches are bigger and not as small, I don't think it'll be as rough as the 28 count was. So I think the 28 count was difficult because they were super tiny stitches, very tight. I think even if I do have tight stitches on this, plus I don't think this is as far, like it'll be bigger, but I think the stitches will be big enough that it shouldn't be an issue. So we're gonna try to keep tight stitches because I do want it to lay nice on the hat. But like, yeah, I think that so this is actually a different waist canvas. So I'm hoping this brand, whatever I bought, will come out a little nicer. So we're actually gonna see. This will be our first like test project on it to see how nice this is. So we'll see. So right now, like I said, we're just basing it on to keep it from moving around. And I think we'll be okay. Like, it is super awkward since it's a hat and it's like rounded. But I think once I start and kind of like, so I'll have to kind of start in the middle, work my way out, which is gonna be interesting. So I'm not actually sure what I would start with on this project or this pattern. So we're gonna see. It seems to be going on pretty nice. So far, so good here. Ooh, almost went like, try this. Just mainly want it stuck on here as I can. Oh, and it is going on nicely here. We've got the sticky back on. Okay. Over here, so we're almost around it, and then we can actually start stitching on it. Now the question is, do I want to use 3 strands or just 2? I'm thinking for 18 I may use 3 just to make sure that it's covering nicely on the hat. Like, I don't want any of the background of the hat to show through, so I may use 3 strands on this. Blanca, hello. Happy White Russian Wednesday. We're gonna be stitching on a hat. Happy Wednesday. Excuse me. I'm doing lovely today. How are you? I'm actually feeling really good. It was a good day. Good chill day. No reason in particular that it was a good day. It was just like, you know, a nice day. Like, it was a fine day. How about you, Blanca? And I did remember to buy a White Russian, half and half here, so we are good to go. You're all right. Well, that's good. Okay, I think this is laying pretty nicely. It's, like I said, it's kind of awkward trying to stitch on any kind of fabric, and I don't have anything to pull this tight. Like the shirts I can use a Q-snap, but the hat is different and kind of weird. It's weird to stitch on a hat. Like I said, it is that roundedness. I feel like it'll be okay. I'm just hoping it won't like be too crooked looking. I hope that it'll go on okay. That's my hope, is just that it won't be like too crooked. I think as long as I'm fairly center, like start center enough, it'll be okay. I think that'll just be the hardest part. And I guess if it looks stupid, like I said, I could just keep it and wear it myself. If nobody wants it. Nobody wants my cool Jurassic Park hat. I will totally rock this hat. Okay. Chris, come here. Alright. Almost done basting. Right here. Okay, so see, that's not gonna move now. That's what I wanted. I want it nice and tight in there. Oh, and actually what I can do is tie off here, so that way that doesn't come loose. We can just kind of knot it here, and that way then when I'm all done, I can undo this knot. Like, you know, like do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of secure it a little bit. Attempt to. It's so hard to like knot. To make a knot. I mean, I don't think that's coming loose, but ooh. Okay. I feel like that's good. Okay, yeah, that's secure. Alright, so basting is done. So step 1, done. And like I said, that's just making sure that the waist canvas is nice and secure on here. Okay. So now, next step, figure out where I start, which if I want to start in the middle, I could technically start with, the white or the black. What is on the inside of the hat? Oh, the inside of the hat is just like some sticky backing. I had actually reached out to Lady Vader, so it's kind of like, yeah, it's just kind of like a sticky, almost fabric-y kind of paper. And so I kind of use it as like a stabilizer on the back. It technically even has its own grid on it that you could stitch directly on it. But I use that on the back, and then the grid on the front, so the actual waist canvas goes on the front. So that nothing will show on the front then when I get this wet and take it out, which ideally it'll come out a lot easier than the last time. Like I said, I was using 28 count, and it was a different brand, so I'm hoping this is a little nicer to me when I take it off. So actually I'm gonna figure out, like I said, where the middle's gonna be ish here. Like I said, so 18 count is going to be 2.6. So 2.6. So it'll be about this wide by 1.8. So that actually will be pretty perfect if I can stay fairly center. So if I like go from there to there, like center would be like here. Okay. But let's figure out, I think what I'm gonna do is start in with the red. Red to start, just because that's gonna be easier. I think that'll be easier. Okay. 2, 3. Now the only thing that sucks is I can't use the knotless loop start with this because I'm going to be using, like I said, I'm using 3 strands just to make sure there's plenty of coverage rather than just 2. 1, 2, 3. So boom, 3 strands to start here, and so we're going to start in on the red. I think that'll be kind of easier to help make this lie nice and flat rather than kind of hopping around like I like to do. Now remember, after this 2, like once it's all done, I will iron on this like webbing, like fabric, like tape stuff that's like a backing, so it'll cover up all the like loose threads and tails and stuff, so that'll be all covered so it won't bother the person on your head. Okay, so let's go ahead and just start figure this out here. So now luckily I don't have to go over 2 or anything, so the counting should be fairly easy enough once I can get started. So now, like I said, the center is right here, but now I just gotta figure out where that center is gonna be on the hat. So like I said, this is the center here, so that's easy enough to like be like boom, that's the center. But then it's also like trying to figure out the center this way, which I think if we go based off of like pretty much right here to where this ends there, the center will be more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I swear I've seen you before.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1. Actually, holy crap, I was like super close to being right in the center. That was kind of crazy. Okay, so that right here is going to be my center. So if I count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's only 16 above it. So just to be extra sure, another needle here. Let me grab another needle just to like, oh, well, I guess I can use my nail file here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think that's the same as below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Be like there. So actually I'm going to go up like maybe one more here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to go 2 more. There we go. So this is going to be, I want to make sure it's not too close to that bottom. So I think I'll be fine if I stitch, here's my center. So this is the hardest part, is just finding where my center is going to be and not screwing it up. But I think once I get started, the rest is going to fly by. This is definitely not a same-day finish project. I mean, there's 602 stitches just of black. There's only 222 stitches of the red. But then you also have to remember I'm stitching on a very weird material here. So it's going to be some getting used to, of course. Alright, but here's my middle right here. We found that. And now, here we go. We're off to the races. I just want to make sure everything lays nicely. Like I said, once I get it kind of going, it's gonna go a little nicer. Yeah, the hardest part is just finding where I need to be. Plus, I think I'm on this like middle line over here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, getting through the backing on the stitching, or on the hat too, like that paper backing can be kind of a pain as well. So it is much easier, I will say, to stitch on the t-shirt versus the hat. Much easier. But that's why the hat is going to cost a little more. That's all. It'll just cost a wee bit more. Not much more, but and plus the hat is a little more expensive to purchase than the shirts were. Alright, I just gotta get that out of there. Okay. Okay, let's make sure that this first stitch is laying nice. Because I did kind of pull up on that knot a little bit. There we go. Alright, nice and snug. Alright, I'm gonna kind of pop this back a little bit because we are gonna be definitely a little difficult to see, and it is awkward as shit to stitch on, but we have begun. There we go, one stitch already done. Now, like I said, I just gotta kind of get started on it, and I think after I get a lot of it laid in, the mesh, like the waist canvas, will lay a little nicer, and it'll be easier to work around what I've already done. So right now, I'm gonna start laying in the red. Let me let that dangle. I think I maybe have this thread a little too long, but I think the less knots and stuff I have, the better. So we're starting with this because it's very much in the middle. And that'll just be easier. Alright, there's our knot, so it may actually be better for us to come up here and down the knot. That's the hardest part, is being like there's no pre-made holes, so I'm making the holes, but I gotta make sure they're in the right spot. So it's not easy, but it looks so good when it's done. At least as far as the shirts go. The shirts look nice, so let's hope the hat will look just as nice. Alright, so we're coming down this because that's where our knot was started. Now, like I said, I'm doing 3 strands, so that's going to be a little different as well. Just because I wanted more coverage on the hat. Because, like I said, this is 18 count versus we did 28 count before. So 28 count, I still only used 2. And actually, that's different because normally on 28 count I would use 1, but in order to make sure that there was plenty of coverage, I used 2. Maybe that's part of the reason why it was so difficult to get the waist canvas out of there, was because I used 2 strands. Normally I would only use 1, so that was like extra tight. Okay. Here we go. So it's gonna be a lot of And this does hurt the shit out of your finger trying to push up from the back, like, because it's not as easy to stitch on. Going through other material, it's kind of a bitch. So it hurts the shit out of your finger after a long time of like pushing. And so I will say it is not the easiest project to do, but it is super cool. I will say that when it's done. Okay, flip over. So the more we get done, the easier it'll be. Right now, just starting it's kind of frustrating. There we go. But it is easy enough to stitch on. Yeah, it's tough to go through it. Yeah, double seam. Yeah, the middle. Yeah, there is a line. Yeah, right in the middle. Like, you can see where that is. Like, so it's a lot of extra fabric to go through. Because, yeah, I did want to try it. Like, so there are some designs. Yeah, that will be much easier. So there are some things I'm thinking of doing where, like, I kind of stitch on either side of the seam. So like 2 characters rather than one thing in the middle. So like I could do like Calvin and Hobbes or Garfield and Odie, like, and they would each be on their own section of the hat rather than stitching through that middle seam. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna attempt the middle seam stitch over to start. Because, you know, why not go with like the harder thing to do first? So yeah, like Calvin and Hobbes I think would be super cute on like the pink one. I think it would be cute. So I'm kind of leaning Calvin and Hobbes for another hat. But I was like, alright, with this green, we definitely need to go with Jurassic Park. It's kind of like a must just because of the camo green. So that, I've kind of had this in mind for a while. Like I said, just kind of stitching through, yeah, this middle part is not the easiest. I mean, as we kind of get stitches started, I think it'll be easier to get through. Yeah, because see, like, we've already started the hole. So it'll be much easier to come back up and down as we, like, lay in. So this is that first initial part where it's kind of a pain because nothing has started and I have to, like, stitch through, but it'll get easier, I think. I hope, at least. And yeah, like I said, we're in the middle, so it's kind of a bitch to stitch through that. It is a bitch. Alright, there we go. But we're starting, like I said, so this is right below the arm of the dinosaur skeleton. So that's the red we're doing. I'm gonna kind of go to the left a little bit and then come back and work my way up around this top part with the red. So yeah, there's a reason. I'll probably do yellow last. I'll probably do white at some point too before the black. So I'll probably get the red maybe done first, then maybe do the white. Yellow last, just because that'll like outline the whole thing. And so this, it's better to work on the inside out to kind of get this like really laid in and make sure it like doesn't like, it isn't weird or anything, you know what I mean? So we're gonna see, like I said, how this goes. The hardest part is just like coming through in the right spot. Which that's, yeah, I mean, that's been hard for anything. As like people say, like the hardest part is figuring out, because we're making the holes here is what we're doing. And so when you don't have the holes pre-made ready to go, it's like awkward. And yeah, thicker material to work through. But we're gonna get there. Like I said, this is only 222 stitches of the red, so it is doable that I get this done. I mean, I am stitching a lot slower though, is the problem, because it is more time consuming to find where I need to come up at first and then actually push it through. So it is a little more. I can't stitch nearly as quickly as I do any other time. So we are at a disadvantage here. mean, like I said, as I kind of get away from the middle, I think it's, like you said, it's going to be easier. So, just come up from here. There. So the stitches may not always be perfect, but I think as long as I follow the waist canvas, they'll be close enough. It'll be fine. This is fine. See, I think we'll be good. Okay. Like I said, we're still working our way across here, and I need to make sure that this loose stuff doesn't pull up. Dang it. There we go. So yeah, I gotta deal with that too. The loose thread here getting pulled up. Maybe if I cover that a bit. It's fine. Alright, it's fine. We're fine. So now we come down over here. Now we're going. Now we're chugging along. Think of all the money you're saving by not having a 15K embroidery machine. Hey, exactly. Who needs fancy machines? Land, think of all the money I saved by half of my inventory being sent to me and I didn't even pay for it. Hey. Oh, there's my washers done. In a minute I'll move those, because those are all those shirts that I bought. I threw them in. I need to do my regular laundry tomorrow. Well, and over the weekend. Like I said, I really did not do any laundry over the weekend. We were so busy with the pool that I did not get to it. Okay, so this is coming along. What's funny is I have this ready to go as a magnet as well at some point. So maybe I'll stitch this on the hat and do a magnet out of it, so we'll stitch it like twice. Okay, but yeah, all the stitches will be going the same way. I'm using 3 strands. So now we actually go over to here. Oh, it's so much easier now after I got away from the seam. Yeah, I think this is just beyond the seam. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. So just stitching over that seam is a royal pain in my rear end. So that's the hard part. There is a seam down the middle of the hat. That is a bitch. And that's what I was having so much trouble with. For sure. Alright, now we're good. So anywhere beyond the seam is gonna be much nicer. Much kinder to me. Yeah, this is easier. Now we can chug along. Now we good. So this is the furthest. This is like just under the dinosaur. Those couple of little red dots. Yeah, this is easier. Like this needle goes through so clean when there's not a seam going through it. So this is much nicer. But now we're heading back to the seam. So here we go. Back to a pain in the ass. There we go. That's much nicer. Look at that. Alright, yeah, so hat has begun. Here we go. So this is gonna be, yeah, right there. Ain't gonna look good. Hopefully it doesn't look too weird. So I wanted it to be above that lower part. So I think it's pretty center. I think it's pretty nice. Okay, well, I panicked for a minute thinking I messed up, but I did not. We're good. I thought I miscounted, but I was just looking at it awkwardly. Okay. This needs to be, oh, and we're heading back to the seam. No seam. There we go. Okay, because this is right above that, which is, yeah, directly where the seam of the hat is. So it's gonna be a bitch here, these few middle parts, but then as I get over here where there's a lot of red, it's gonna be much nicer, much easier to stitch through after I get past that. You just gotta kind of push it through, and as long as you know 100% you're in the right spot, it isn't too difficult to push up. Yeah, I will say it is kind of a pain to make sure I'm in the right. Oh, so there we go. So as long as you like kind of start the hole, it's okay. Just gotta kind of have it started. Goes pretty nicely. There we go. Alright, so this is, like I said, the kind of, oh, what's that? Alright. Okay, seam of the hat. Right there. There it is. So I'm just hopeful that this stitching covers that seam up pretty nicely. I hope it does. There we go. Alright, so now we're gonna be working along underneath the neck of the dinosaur. Again, right through the seam of the hat, the middle seam, which is, like I said, the hardest part of this is just getting past this. But once we get past it, it goes super nice. Alright, let me make sure this kind of untwists, because it does get a little twisty as we go, and since we're using 3 strands instead of just 2, it twists a lot easier. Or it's like, yeah, much more of a pain when it twists. Alright. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the hardest part is just finding where I need to come up here. There we go. But filling in all the black will be super easy, because once the red kind of outlines everything, I mean the white lettering I'll need to do, but then the black will literally just be like filling everything in. So that'll be nice. Then I won't have to like have that counting to do. So the red is kind of an important first step to take, just to get it all laid in. And again, making sure that the waist canvas is laying nice and flat, not puckering weird. But I think it's gonna look pretty cool, I hope. Obviously we're not finishing this tonight. So don't expect it to be done. This is like the very middle part of the seam, I think, right here. So this is the worst part to stitch. Come on. Here we go. Okay, so now we go over to, I just want to get past this stupid seam of the hat, and it'll be so much nicer, because yeah, trying to find the hole I need to come back up is not easy right now. Oops, there we go. I think that's good. As long as they're like touching pretty well. I think these will like lay into each other pretty nicely, and it should have full coverage over the hat, so like you won't see the hat through the stitching. Oh yeah, definitely lesser pace, yeah. I think I'll be better, like I said, once I get past that seam and I get through like to the edges, it'll be better. But yeah, that's, I mean, it was the same thing with Totoro though, like just trying to, like not having the holes already like ready to go, like trying to find the hole on the back is much harder. And making sure that it like lays correctly. It's a different world stitching on clothing, and that's why when people would always ask like, why don't you stitch on clothing? I'm like, this is why. Because it takes fucking forever. Yeah, very much a slower pace. Because you got to be very careful with how everything lays. Yeah, it's like frogging would be next to impossible on this, or it'd be very time consuming, I would think, if I like screwed up the counting. Good lord, I would not want to frog this. I would be so pissed. Could you imagine the amount of time that would be wasted having to frog? Ugh. So yeah, let's get past this stupid seam and see how fast we can actually stitch, which I think will be much faster. Much faster. Yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty freaking sweet though. It'll be a cool looking hat. I'm gonna like the colors against the green. I think they'll look really neat. Alright, just gotta make sure we come up properly. I think like right here. Yep. So far so good on counting, at least. Okay, so we're like kind of right in the middle-ish there, below the dinosaur, the red. Obviously I'll probably wait to do the red below that until I get like some of the white laid in, and maybe even the black, I don't know. Because it's all about making sure this lays nicely on the hat. Great, yeah, a safari color hat, exactly. It does, it has that green, it's like a camo, yeah, safari, like it's gonna look good. I'm pretty excited about that part. Like when it's all done, it'll be great. But the whole like progress of making it is quite a lot. That part is a lot. But it, like I said, it will be super cool. Yeah, it's just finding the right hole to come up here is not easy. That's that hole. There we go. Alright, found it. You just saw the Yoshi in the gallery and immediately thought, mashup time! Mashup, like Yoshi. Oh, Yoshi Jurassic Park mashup! That would be amazing. Mashup. Like a Yoshi Jurassic Park. Would be adorable. That would be adorbs. Alright, we're gonna come down here. God, sometimes just forcing it through is not the easiest. Come on. Get in there. Got him. Okay. Now, over up. So we're still like the middle of the hat's right here, so we're still in that middle part, which is the worst. The worst. To stitch on. Oh, Yoshi silhouette. Yeah, on the Jurassic Park text. There's gotta be shirts like that already. For sure. Like, you could definitely buy those, right? I bet they're adorable. That's like kind of like what QWERTY is. It just mashes up everything. Oh, oops. But oh my god, this is going to be the coolest, I think, when it's done. So it does, like I said, a lot of work to get it started, but I think once you get going, and like I said, the seam is the hardest to work around, I think the rest will be easy enough. It is just mega time consuming. Okay, there. So we go up here. You're gonna get a drink! Yay! I really twisted your arm on that, didn't I? It's White Russian Wednesday. I mean, at least that way I'm not like, and you got a Cheez-It for Ruxin, so he says thank you. He says thanks, Carrie. Right? Even though I don't know why, me getting excited that Carrie is getting a drink is not a Cheez-It, but I guess apparently it is. Cheez-It worthy. Ooh, let me see here. Yes, I have seen that before. Yoshi's Island instead of Jurassic Park. I think I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that before. That's why I was like, there's gotta be one already. I've seen that. That's so funny. Yoshi's Island. Gosh, I just want to get past this frackin' seam, and it'll be nice again. If I can get over where all this is, that'll be past the seam, and it'll be a beautiful thing. Okay. Oh, I do need to fix these every now and then. Gets a little twisty. Just gonna make sure it lies nice and flat. The thread lays nice, and we'll be good. Yeah, this is a little thicker than the shirt we stitched on, so it's going to be different how everything lays. And it's 18 count, so it's bigger than the stitches we were doing before. Okay, I'm going to make sure that it comes up. Same spot. There we go. I feel like we're already getting close to being past this seam. I think we're almost past it. Like so close. Where that fabric is layered on it, each other, and it's not ideal. Yeah, these colors are gonna look great though. Oh, your movie date got canceled. Oh, that stinks. But I'm glad that you could be here to hang and watch me make this frackin' hat that I'm sure I'm gonna get frustrated with before we're done with it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited with, like, stitching on clothing is pretty fun. Oh, which reminds me, I need to move my laundry over real quick, and I actually kind of need a potty break, which Pupper might need a potty break. So oh, do you? Do you need to go outside? So this may be a perfect time to move my laundry over, take a quick potty break. Ooh, if I can get this last stitch made. Come on, damn it. There we go. We're good. Oh, you did laundry today too? Well, actually, I didn't even do laundry. I'm just washing those shirts that I ordered that I'm going to stitch on. So that way they kind of get some of their shrink out of them before I stitch on them. So I'm just washing the shirts that I'm going to be stitching on. So I didn't do my laundry. I did my stitching laundry. Okay, so let me real quick potty break. Yep, no, I need to. I didn't do laundry over the weekend, so it piled up. And Ruxin gets in there, and he's naughty with laundry, so I need to do it so bad. I had to move some of it out of the hamper into, like, the closet, like, hamper to keep him out of it. He's such a little shit. Alright, I'll be right back. Oh, I know. I said having laundry. Work. You guys hear this guy? He's ridiculous. Oh my god, dog, wait. friends, we're back. Bark, bark. Yeah, all the barking, this freaking dog. Well, because he knew that I was getting up to let him out, but he also didn't realize that I was getting up to move the laundry over before I wanted to let him out. So, there you go. He gets very impatient with me, little fracking dog. Okay, so let's get back to this. We got a lot of red to lay in. But here we go. We got a bit of them going. Like I said, once I get past the seam, I think this will be much easier. 1, 2. Jesus Christ, you scared the... Wait, what?
Whole cake. Remove cake from package, thaw in the refrigerator for 3 hours or at room temperature for 1 to 2 hours. Cover and refrigerate unused portions for up to 5 days. We are going to be eating this within 5 days. Cake gate. Chocolate cake gate. Cake gate.
Oh, but it says place remaining uncut cake back in freezer. Those are for single pieces.
No, whole cake.
Freezer.
Whole
back in
cake.
freezer. Back in freezer.
We're going to eat this in 5 days. Whole cake.
Back in freezer, it says. I was reading the other part.
I know you were.
Ah!
Cake gate.
Cake gate, apparently. Those pepper... Now, does anyone else ever buy those Pepperidge Farm chocolate cakes that are in the freezer section that you cut your portion and then you put back in the freezer? He just wants to eat that whole goddamn cake. You freeze it. We've always frozen those cakes.
No, I've always freezer.
I've always put it in the freezer. Because that's what it says to do.
Looks like you're wrong.
Looks like you're wrong.
Looks like you're wrong.
Partially wrong. We're both partially wrong. Cake gate.
Cake gate.
Cake gate. Put it wherever you goddamn want. I'm eating that cake later. Cake gate. I'll eat that whole goddamn cake before he can have another piece. We were arguing because he put it in the fridge, and I was like, no, those go back in the freezer. And he said, no, it says refrigerate. And I say it says freeze it. So we were arguing about whether you refrigerate or freeze a cake, like the Pepperidge Farm cakes. So those are our marital arguments. So there you go. While others fight over finances or hobbies, how people spend their spare time, we argue over whether or not you freeze or refrigerate a Pepperidge Farm chocolate cake. I always put them back in the freezer. You put it back in the freezer. You just cut what you want and put the rest back in the freezer. Whatever. He scared the shit out of me though just now. I didn't realize he was home. I have my ear thing like blocks out the sound from that way, so he made me jump quite a bit. Oh my god, he scared the Jesus out of me. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's do this. Jeez. That Papa Teeps. He loves to be right when he thinks he's right. Even if he is or is not wrong, he just enjoys being right. It's one of his other hobbies, being right. What a punk. Okay. Here we go. I'm almost past the seam. So this is underneath like the chin here of our dinosaur. Scared me so bad. He scared me. God, someone could have just broke in and snuck in. I wouldn't even notice. Ruxton didn't even do a good job of notifying me there was someone in the house. I know it was a Papa Teeps, but he should have let me know that Papa Teeps was home. He did not properly notify me. Yeah, you dropped the ball, little dude. You didn't tell me someone was here. Oh, you can't see him because of the hat and me. He's back here. He's back here looking at me like he's expecting something from me, but you get nothing. No! Your breath is too hot on my arm. Get down. Your breath is hot. Get down. You don't need to Cheez-It. You didn't do your job of notifying me someone was in the household here. Worst guard dog ever. Okay. There. If I can get past the seam, which I think we're almost past it. We're super close. Yeah, I think this next row is going to be past it, so thank God. That'll make it much easier to stitch around. We just had to work around this middle part first, which is the hardest part. Okay. Using your fingernail to kind of push through the needle really helps. True, it was not stranger danger, but normally when Papa Teeps gets home, he still barks, like, because he's excited. But he didn't even or maybe he was barking, and I just thought he was barking at something in the backyard. I don't know. Normally he notifies me somebody's home. He still dropped the ball, didn't you, Roxanne? What are you doing? Hey, don't chew stuff. Don't do that. What are you doing? I don't know what he's doing back there. Oh yeah, and you can't see him. What are you doing? Don't chew that. I'm watching you. I can see him in the mirror. What are you doing? Hey. Ooh, I bumped my camera. Come lay down. Lay down, dude. Come lay down. God, it's hot as shit in here. I wonder if it's cooler outside than it is in here. Because maybe I need to open the window. It is quite warm in here. Jeez, it's hot. Past it. I think we're almost past the seam. If this comes up easy, then we know we're past the seam. I think maybe one more column and we're past it. We're almost past it. Because this one's still struggling a little to come up. Yeah, he did do a lot of barking, so maybe I just didn't realize he was Papa Teeps barking. Maybe he was because he was barking a lot before I let him out, but Papa Teeps wasn't home yet then, so maybe he kind of came in as I was coming up. I don't know. Oh well. I forgive him. He is forgiven. Like I said, it wasn't like a break-in, so he hasn't been tested, thank God, in that regard yet. Me and Papa Teeps have bets on whether or not he would be a good guard dog. I think he will be a great guard dog. Papa Teeps thinks he'd be a pushover and wouldn't do anything. So, hopefully we never have to find out. But my bet is that Rexon will be awesome. Right, Rexon? I think you'll be great. I think you'll do awesome. Get through the seam. There we go. We got through there. And I'm just going to come back up. Come here. Maybe I gotta come through this one instead. Oh. Yeah, that actually was a little easier to come up. We'll do that. Ugh. All the thief would need. Yeah, I know. Pretty much, I basically told people how they could break into my house is just have snacks that they could feed him. And then he's like, oh, okay, you're good. You're good to go. You're fine. Come on in. Yeah, he is very easily bribed. I don't think he would have any allegiance if there was food. Like a dragonfly. Mal, hey there. Yeah, he's a good alert dog, but as far as protection, I don't know whether or not he would protect. I don't know if he protect and serve or just alert. Yeah. See, I don't know. I feel like in the right situation, I mean, I've watched him murder animals. I feel like if he was threatened, he could do the same to a person. I think he could. You haven't seen him kill an animal. He's killed a guy. So I think he could do it if he felt threatened. But he hasn't ever really done that thing where, like, you know, we used to have a dog where if my dad would, like, pretend to, like, smack me, like, it would growl at him like it was protecting me. But Ruxin's never done that. Like, we've done that before where I told Papa T, like, I would be like, help, help, and, like, Papa T would be, like, pretend hitting me, and Ruxin just would, like, stare at us. I'm like, then you have to get a prison to your tattoo. Oh, he has one. It's under his fur. You can't see it. It's under his fur. He's killed a man. Haven't you, pup? Well, he's killed a groundhog and birds and moles. He's killed a lot of men. He's got quite a few tears. Quite a few. Okay, definitely gotta fix this. Like a dragonfly. Where's you and... He's murdered out. That's right. He's killed. Gotta be careful. You come around here, he'll make sure you don't leave. I hope this turns out okay. I mean, like, the shirt came out pretty good, so I'm hoping that this also comes out nicely. Because this is harder to stitch on than the shirt was, for sure. As long as I can keep the stitches nice and neat, even on the rough spots to stitch, then I think it'll look alright. Just coming through this rough area of the seam. It's not easy. Alright, so now I just go up 3. I think we're pretty much past the seam after this area. I know, we are so close. That's awesome. Yeah, 5 years officially will be next. Holy crap, next weekend? Roxy, get out. Next Friday is our 24-hour stream. I'm not at all prepared for it. I'm so unprepared for it. So we're just gonna I might buy some. I think I'm gonna do opposite of what I did last time. Like last time I was super nice. I bought like healthy stuff and drank a lot of water. I think this time we're gonna go with energy drinks and chocolate and maybe pizza. I don't know. We're gonna be horrible and do everything wrong. We'll do everything the opposite of that we did last time to really celebrate. You know, we'll really celebrate this. Okay, I think this is gonna be easier to stitch after this column. All right. this part's still seam, but this next row is not. So we're almost past the hard part here. Motivation, that's right. We're gonna be doing giveaways. We're gonna be giving away coasters and then another bonus surprise giveaways. So stuff is being given away. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have lots of giveaway goodies. So get ready. 24 hours of exhausted me because I will definitely be tired. Is it even celebrating? If you exactly, you need to feel like crap. Because I think last 24 hour stream I didn't drink alcohol either, so maybe towards the end we'll have a celebration drink. Towards the end, not like at the beginning, obviously. But yeah, it'll be exciting. I haven't done a longer stream in a while, so this should be interesting. I get tired after like 4, so you guys will have to help me make it through to the end. So I don't poop out. I don't want to poop out. Because this is probably going to be the last 24-hour stream I ever do. Because I'm old now. I'm an old MOTO. I don't plan on doing a lot of these. So we got to go out with a good one. We got to do it right and do it naughty. Lots of naughty food, drinks. We got... Oh, good. Now I'm on the easy part of the hat. Where it's not... seam. Okay, we're good now. Now I can really go quicker here. This goes through much easier once I get past that. It's still awkward stitching on, but like it's not hard to come up. So that's good. Much nicer. Okay. In proper. We're good. Okay. Down. 3. Oh, come here. So yeah, now this is the thinner part of the hat. Much nicer. Like that one, Courage the Cowardly Dog, who says naughty. That's right. I love that. Naughty. That like creepy looking dude. Courage the Cowardly Dog was like legit freaking scary, man. They had like the creepiest friggin' cartoon monster dudes. You watch it like now even, you're like, holy crap, this is scary for children, you know? It's scary. Alright, so now... Oh, this is so much easier. It's like we started with the crappy section there in the middle where the seam was, and now we work our way out to where it's much easier to stitch on. This is nice. This is nice. I'm just hoping that this all lies nicely. We don't miscount anywhere. I think it'll look good if all goes according to plan. Okay, we're so good. We're getting, like I said, the red laid in, which will outline our dino. Okay, so this is like the part right below his mouth. Here. So yeah. Oh yeah, kids watch that weird show, right? We were nothing but babies back then. Watching that creepy ass show. Alright. This really cool red filter. So like I said, this is 222 stitches, which honestly I would be pumped if I could get all 222 stitches this late in. I doubt I will, but that would be awesome. Because like I said, it's very slow going. I can't stitch nearly as quickly as I did on regular Ada. This is definitely not the same. It's much different to stitch on. Like I said, hopefully everything just lays nicely. It's not like crooked or anything. Just hope all is okay with it. I think it will. I think it'll be nice. I think it'll lay fine. Three. Are you hot, pup? It is quite warm in here. It's hot in here. 3. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over as far as I think this part will go. Which if we count it out, it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches further. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I need to go over 8 stitches. We'll do that right quick. I mean, I guess I could always go up here instead. Yeah, actually I think I will go kind of up and lay in this area of his mouth instead of going all the way over. I have plenty of time to do that. Alright. Timberwolf, hey there. How is... Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's going okay. It's kind of awkward to stitch on, but everything seems to be going okay. It's kind of like one of those weird things where it's like, you know, when you're putting on a temporary tattoo and you don't know how it's going to be until you remove the paper. Like, that's how it kind of feels. Like, I don't know how great it's going to look on the hat until after it's all, like, laid in. We'll see. I mean, I'm definitely not going to finish it tonight, but it's a good start. And I think, like, we're stitching kind of on the seam of the hat right now, like over in this area. It's hard to stitch through, so that's kind of a pain. But like once we get to like the further out parts, it's like much easier to stitch around. So it's just, yeah, it's very awkward, even more awkward than the shirt, because at least the shirt I could use a Q-snap to kind of pull it tight, but this I just have to kind of like hold it, and it's definitely weird to stitch on. I've never stitched on a hat before, and it is not, it's not ideal at all. But yeah, so far so good. I think it's gonna look okay. We'll see. We'll see. We're laying in the red right now that will kind of outline our dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. So we'll kind of lay in some of them here. Maybe get some of the eyes laid in too. Well, like, you know, the holes where the eyes would be. Eye and nose area. So we're kind of outlining him by filling in the background right now. What we're currently working on. I think you're gonna draw 2 Digimon tonight. Oh, nice! God, I wish I could knock out 2 things in one night. That'd be great. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is a lot slower going even than normal. It's like a lot of trying to make sure I come up in the right spot. So it's slow going compared to normal. That's kind of the difference with the stitching with waste canvas, is it's harder to make sure I'm stitching on the right spot. But so far so good. So far so good. It's getting late in here, so we're going, like I said, around the mouth. Gotta leave that space open. So that's all gonna be black. There. Oh, I definitely need to fix that to make sure the thread lays nice. Okay. So now we can come up here. There. And over. Then over to a lot of counting to make sure everything gets laid in nicely. 1. Oop. There we go. Seems to be going pretty nicely. I think, like I said, as you kind of lay in some of the stitching, it helps make the canvas lie nicely. Basting it on is very important to make sure that doesn't move around, screw you up in that regard. Okay. There. Then we want to come up diagonally. So like where we've already come up. Diagonal 3. Then, like I said, I think I'm going to come up to the like eye hole and nose hole, then come back down. So it's much easier stitching on this part where there's no seam. It goes through very smooth. As you can see, I'm kind of laying in the mouth. So that's coming along. Two. So it is getting a little shorter. That's the annoying thing about 18 count is my thread doesn't last as long as it does on 28 count. Feels like it lasts forever on there. God, this is gonna be so cool. 2, 3. So if I come up here. Come on, damn it. So that works. Okay. Okay, so now I need to skip 2 to go up to the eye area. So that's 2 squares. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Sweet. It's coming along. Okay, oops. A little higher up. There we go. 1.
When the downtown lights start to come out at night, we go insane, we go insane. And when I arrive, I start to lose my mind.
Oh, perfect. I like when the needle like accidentally comes up in the right spot. Makes it so easy. Alright. So here's his little eye. There. Okay, so then we're gonna come over here. That. 1. Okay. 1. Diagonal. And then over after this one. I think I'm gonna like how large this is. Like I said, 18 count. It's bigger than the 28 count magnet we typically do of this. This is gonna be a little bigger than how I've seen it stitched. So I'm kind of excited to see how much bigger it'll be. Make sure I come up in the right spot. This thread is getting shorter, so boo. I'm gonna have to get a new strand soon. I'll try to get a little further before I do that. That. Perfect. Then let's come down here. And so much counting. So once we get all the red laid in, the black will be easy enough. I'll want to lay the white in before the black though. For sure. Ah, shit. There we go.
These roads intersect
What is this? Cute. Boop. Alright. 3 down. This is gonna be so neat looking. I get at least 3 more stitches out of this strand here. At least 3 more. Okay. Then 3 more, so I can come up and have his like mouth area basically done. Almost done with this mouth. There's a big kind of chunk of area of stitching over here, but that's gonna go a little bit quicker because it's not on the seam of the hat, so it'll stitch much nicer, much smoother. It's very difficult stitching around the seam of the hat, and I hope it looks okay. Like I haven't seen where it'll like stitch until I like take the waist canvas off. I'm hoping it'll look okay. Oops. 2 and 3. Sweet. Okay. So we're almost done with this part of him. So this waist canvas really does do wonders with making sure, ooh, as I stab myself, make sure your stitches are nice, make sure I'm not bleeding. We good? Okay. Don't want to bleed on my project. There. May tie it off after these 2 more stitches. This is, I think, gonna be a good tie off spot. So otherwise I'd have to go up and down like a whole long column, and I don't think I have enough thread to do a whole nother column after these 2 stitches. It's gotten pretty short. Oop. Fix this thread, make sure it's lying nice. Okay. there. Yeah. Almost. Good to go there. Perfect. All right. Have a little more thread, but definitely not enough to keep stitching with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and tie off. Oh no, you're good. A long day that started too early. Now I feel ya. You know what I've been doing lately is I've been dreaming that I've had to go to the bathroom because apparently, like, I actually did, you know, in real life need to go to the bathroom, and so it, like, wakes me up, so I go to the bathroom. Which has been nice because then, you know, you don't, like, wet the bed, but at the same time it interrupts my sleep. I've been waking up, like, sooner than my alarm needs to go off, so that's a little frustrating. Just a hair frustrating. It's like, don't wake me up, man. I just want to sleep more. So yeah, I'm definitely like tired. But then again, I like to say I like pretty much am always tired. So I'm in a constant state of tired. You prefer those dreams over the Minecraft? You have Minecraft dreams? Sometimes I have Candy Crush dreams. So I guess that's similar. Excuse me. A little more White Russian left. Oh, if you play before bed, you dream about Minecraft? That's so funny. I guess it's better than, like, my dreams are typically, like, my nightmares at least, are, like, of me being late. Like, I'm always, like, afraid that I'm gonna be late for work. Like, it's funny how those are my nightmare dreams now. Like, before it was, like, yeah, like, you couldn't find what classroom you're in. But now it's just, like, I'm afraid I'm gonna be late to work. My nightmares. Alright, let's put these back together. This one. Alright. There we go. Two. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go over eight. Now I'm gonna go like over side to side and fill in this big square, and then I'll work my way back up around the top. And like I said, try to get the top part of the red done. I may not do the bottom part of the red until I lay in the white and then some of that black. But that is gonna be a really nice start, having the top portion of the red done, because that's a lot of stitching. Alright, so let's start here. Although I kind of feel like I should go up and down. Yeah, I guess I should. Watching over me. Yeah, let's do another column before I go side to side with rows. So this I need to go up one higher. That's like where his little toothy is. Tooth part of the mouth. Just be laying nicely. Okay, looks nice enough. Now it's just so long. This is what's taking so long. Aw, hugs back, Mal. How's Mal today? Hopefully the week is treating you nice. I realized it was already Wednesday. I'm like, dang, this week is actually, because like at first it seemed like to just drag. And now Wednesday is like already here. And I'm like, oh, okay, this week's kind of going pretty quick. Doing okay, just relaxing. Nice. Relaxing is good. Gotta chill. Chillaxing is nice. I like the days where I like don't have anything and I can just stitch. Those are nice days. Like weekends are so nice. Fall in love all over. Okay. Alright, put it down. Then head up. So we're gonna keep going up and down, because why not? And then after I get up and do like lay this tooth in, then we can come back down and then go side to side. It's a lot easier to stitch through this because now we're on the like thinner part of the hat that's not around the seam, and it's much easier to stitch. Water. Too scared of water. Crazy! Hey there! How's it going, my friend? Hopefully all is quiet on the Western Front for you. Oh, here comes a Ruxin. Hi, baby. Just waiting to leave for home. Gotcha. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I got work. Well, hopefully all's quiet when you get home. But look, we're stitching on a hat. We started the Jurassic Park. I'm stitching it on the hat, so we're gonna see how it turns out. Hopefully, it'll turn out good. I'm hoping. I hope it'll look good. I mean, the stitching seems nice and neat and even, so it'll just be how it looks once the waist canvas is taken off. Just like with the shirt. Aw, thank you. I hope it's super awkward to stitch on. Although kind of like, I don't know, it's weird. But like, yeah, stitching over the seam, the middle seam was a bitch. But now that I'm on this like part where it's not this middle seam, like it stitches nice and easy. Like I can push up real easy. Before it was very difficult to get past that. Push the needle through. So it was slow going at first, but now we're kind of speeding up a little bit. A little bit. There we go. Good. Yeah, we're getting it laid in. I'm trying to get as much of the red laid in as I can. Because if I get at least the top part of the red going, the rest will go pretty easy. Like the black. Although I think I'll save the yellow for last to outline it. So I'll probably do the white next. Do that next. Because after I have this laid in, it should be easy enough to count downward to the lettering. back down. 6. So now just make sure I like count everything out right and it lays in nicely. That's super awkward to stitch. So this is 18 count, which seems to be a nice size. Like you do with me. We don't talk no more. We don't talk no more. Oh, your neighbor tried checking on your mom. She didn't recognize him. It was kind of short. Oops. Oh no. That makes me think of, what was it? It was like an episode of American Horror Story where like the lady sent one of the restaurant workers to her wife's house to like go check on her, and she killed him, thinking he was an intruder or something. Gotta be careful, your mom could kill people. You don't know? Oh snap, right? Yeah, escalated very quickly. Very, very quickly. I think that one was the American Horror Story, like the cult one. That one was like extra like creepers. I chose to put the same amount of effort into you that you do with me. We don't talk no more. Over and out the door. Alright, yes, definitely. Definitely get home safe. I hope all is well. We'll be on for at least another hour here. At least till morning porridge time. Yeah, at least. Trying to get as much of this red laid in as possible. It's coming along. Like I said, it's going to look really cool, I think, when it's all done. Hopefully. Hopefully it looks nice. So I'm just being extra careful to make sure that I come up the right hole, that it's like, you know, in the same area as the last stitch we did, to overlap properly. So that's the important thing with this. And I'm using 3 strands instead of just 2 on 18 count. Normally I'd only use 2. But I want to really make sure that this has good coverage. Okay, so we got to here. I want to do another 2 more columns, I think, before I go side to side. I want to get to the point where I only have to go across like 3. And I think after 2 more columns we'll be there. Yeah, up, down, we're good. There. And over. Alright. Alright, so you have another 6. It's like 12 more stitches of up and down. And then we can go side to side. 6. Making a nice clean line across, which is going to look nice. Oh, now I need some water. My mouth is dry. Should have a little more White Russian, but man, that's making me thirsty. 3. Gosh, now that we're going, I'm much happier with this. Like, I knew it was going to be kind of a pain in the butt to get this started. Once it gets going, it's easy enough to work across or work off of what we've already done. 3. Okay, so that lies nice. Four, 5. Okay, and then we just go down another 6, and then that'll be a good chunk of this square laid in. Then we'll just like have to go up and around. Once we get this area over here going. There. Okay. And like I said, down 6. So much stitching. It's got 222 stitches, but they're slow going stitches. That's the difference. Slow going. You gotta really make sure everything lays nice as you stitch on apparel. Apparel's a whole different game. This waste canvas crap. And using 3 stitches, isn't it? Or 3 strands isn't as nice. You can see it now. Isn't it coming along? Yeah, we can see. So there's his little arm and there's his mouth. That's where the eyes and stuff are. So as I get this part done, then I'm going to start coming up and around, and then you'll really be able to see the outline of him, which of course is going to look much better when you get the black laid in. It'll like really pop. It's going to look awesome. Should be exciting. And then of course the yellow will be the very last thing I do. So that'll really help as well. That'll be, like I said, the very last step will be yellow, I think, to outline it, because it'll be easy enough to work around what's already laid in. So the middle is going to be the pain in the butt part of all the counting. Daruk, hey there. What's up, Druk? We're stitching on a hat. I've never stitched on a hat. It's kind of hard. Kind of hard work. But he's coming along. Getting a lot of red laid in. Lots of red. So once I get these three, then I just go across three more rows. Or columns, I guess. I think it'll be easier to do a row at a time. It'll feel a little faster, even though it's the same. No Ruxin, that's suspicious. Wait, what? Is that considered full moto? This is full moto. Yeah. I don't have anything that I'm like utilizing to like pull it tight. So this is full moto right now. Full moto. The only stabilizer we really have is the waist canvas and then the backing on it. But that's just to make sure this kind of help hold the stitching in place. It's not really to pull the fabric tight. So we are full moto. Full moto. Oh, I did say hi to Drew. That is right. I think Ruxin's like out. I think he's like sleepy. Yeah, because I said his name and he didn't look up. He didn't come for his Cheez-It. I think he's like sleepies. He's up to something. No, he's just laying here sleeping. He's like right behind me. He's tired. He got a W today, so he's all tuckered out. When it's like 90 degrees and he has to go on a walk, which, I mean, has to. He insists we go on a walk. So he tuckers himself out pretty easily there. He gets pretty tired. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we can go across 3. And then this is the farthest right that the red's gonna be. So progress. Good progress here. Very good. So we go over 3. Two. And 3. Damn it, come on. Okay, so now we're as far right as it's gonna go. Oh, bork bork. All you want back then. Shh. Goodness gracious. Okay. Then I guess I would just keep kind of working our way up until we're even with where the mouth top of that line is. And that's where we're gonna then start the top of the dinosaur that will then like go across the top. Yeah, he heard whatever. Yeah, now he's awake. He's on full guard dog alert. Whether or not he would be a proper guard dog, I don't know, but he heard a noise and that's all it takes with him. He heard sounds. Oh, and actually maybe I do need to go potty real quick because I'm going to go see if he needs to potty and bark at whatever's out there and get that out of his system. So I'll be right back. Alright, friends, I'm back. Oh, that White Russian, Goes right through me. Alright, we're back. So we're gonna keep. Oh, I love this song. And I missed it. Damn it. And this stupid player doesn't let you, like, go back. It's dumb. It's dumb! Get down. I do, yeah, music, it drives me to worth and you're in my way. What I do, yeah, the music, it drives me to. I guess I got a little bit of the song. Oh, the song is right up here. There it is. It's called In My Way by Jafar and MOTO. So it's right up here is where the like music info is. In my way. It's a good song. I enjoy it. Like it's a pretzel like player song, so like, but they got good tunes on there. Good songs. Oh, it's tiny on your iPad. Oh, gotcha. Sorry, yeah, it's called In My Way. By, like I said, Jafar and Tomato? Whatever. It's like a funky name. It's a funky name. Yes, I haven't either. I haven't heard of like any of the people that have played on here, but I guess that's the point, like that you don't know who they are and you discover them through the playlist and like, yeah, there you go. It's good tunes. All right, 3. Keep working our way up. Alright. 1. Come on. Darn it. Darn it. There we go. Okay. So I gotta keep going 3 at a time till I get even with the line that I've already done on the mouth. And then we start working our way up and around. So that's when it gets fun. This is just like a big chunk that we gotta get through. So, I mean, the black will be the same way. There'll be a lot of black stitching to do, so that'll be a lot, but once we get through it, it'll look so cool. Ugh. Alright, coming along, chipping away. Okay, so like 9 more stitches on this guy, and then we gotta go up. into the like top part of him. Oh, only realized you didn't. Oh, you didn't knot the end first. I do that sometimes when like I'm doing the knotless loop method and I realize I didn't like loop it through, and you just like pull it out and you're like, oh, cool. Like, cool. There it goes. So, like, whoop. I've done that many times. Too many times than I would care to admit. I've done that. Whoops. Ooh, has a lot of alcohol right at the bottom there. Ugh. I need to just down it and then start drinking water. That's what I should do. Okay. There we go. Said we're just going kind of back and forth here. Oh, come on. Oh, do I have a knot here? I don't want a knot. Okay, now we're good. That's better. Gotta make sure all this lays nice and flat. I want my stitching to be nice and even. It's gonna be perfect. Every single stitch. Technically, it's just a different spot with the same colors. Oh, so you had done a loop start in it. Oh, in another spot. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I know what you mean. Then you wanted to keep using the same strand, so you like knot it. I do that too. I only like loop start the fresh one and then I'll knot it to keep it going. I'll do that too. Okay, we're almost done with this big glob of red here, which will be nice. Whew. So much stitching up red. We're getting there. Chip, chip, chip. Actually, let's go up and down and over. It looks bright orange. Yeah, because it is. It's like 606. It's orange red bright. So it actually is like red orange. I mean, in person it looks more bright red. But yeah, it is like a red orange. Oh, the dog house color for Snoopy. Yes, exactly. That like bright red. Because it's like, when you look at it with it against other colors, it looks more bright red than it does orange. On its own, it kind of looks more red-orange. But yeah, when you get it with other colors against it, it looks really nice. As like a bright red. Alright, whoop. There we go. Keep on moving the thread up. The tail shorter, I mean. There we go. Alright, and then we're almost to the point where we start coming up, so we're almost done with this big glob of red. So we've made decent progress. And it's already 9:30. This night is freaking flying. It's flown by, man. I don't like how quick time goes when I'm working on this. because I mean it does take much longer to get like the same amount done. Like normally I can stitch so fast, but on here you gotta be very, very cautious with your stitchings. That's there, but I can come down here. Good. Okay. Alright, this is the last of the White Russian. I'm down it right here. It's not as good when you let it, like, all the ice melt and it's just like the last of the alcohol and it's like warm. Ugh. Why do I let it get so nasty? I didn't drink it fast enough. Okay, we're gonna do this because I know this is where we start going up. We're almost done with this big glob of red here. Let's start getting more of the dinosaur's actual head like outlined here. Should go a little quicker. Another season. Alright, then we come diagonal down over. Oh, boop, 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 boop. I probably should get those shirts out real quick so they don't wrinkle. Do, 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 do. So those are all those shirts that I bought so I can stitch on. I wanted to wash and dry them just so that way maybe I could get some of the shrinkage going on it because those are huge shirts. They're so big. So I'm hoping shrinking them a little bit might help with the ginormousness of them. Okay, so this is the last stitch here. There we go. And like I said, now we start coming up around the top of his head. So this is going to start outlining the top of him. Okay. There. Then up and over. Oops. Ooh, no, that I want to go a little higher up here. There we go. That's better. Then directly up over. Like so. Looks good. Again, I just want to like kind of double check that all the stitches are laying nicely, that it's going to cover the hat nice. And it seems like it will. So this is almost the outline. There's some black and then yellow outlining this, so but it's almost as big as it's going to be over here. Almost. One more stitch and then I'm going to get those shirts out of the dryer so they aren't just sitting there wrinkling. There. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that I need to grab those shirts real quick. So let me throw up the BRB real quick. I'm gonna get a drink of water. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get those shirts out of the wash. Hi Rex, what you doing? goodness, guys, it is ridiculous just how many of those shirts there are. There's so many shirts that I can cross stitch on. It's ridiculous. Sorry, that took me forever. But it was literally like I was just taking the shirts out of the dryer and laying them out, and that's how long it took me to get all of my shirts out that I have that I can stitch on. There's so many shirts. It's ridiculous. It's a lot of shirts. So many shirts. Excuse me. Okay, let's look at this here. Get a little more stitching here in the next 20 minutes or so, and then I'll probably go chill, like lay down or something before bedtime. Alright. Same, yeah. It's like, I don't know why the weekdays just kick my butt anymore. I'm like so much more tired than normal, and I don't know why. I'm getting like the same amount of sleep as normal. I just feel tired. I'm tired all the time. My dreams are like wearing me out, apparently. They wearing me out. Okay, there's that. Like I said, we're gonna get quite a bit of this red going, which is nice. So now over, although we're gonna head towards the seam again, and that's not gonna be fun. That part's a pain to stitch on. Oh yeah, the heat, I feel ya. It is so hot anymore. It's just so hot. It's too hot to do things. It's wearing me out. I can definitely get on the same page there. It's just too hot to do stuff. It's so hot in this room, man, I'm telling you. Although it could be because, oh no, I'm not blocking the vent. I'm not blocking it. I'm good. I was thinking, I'm like, am I an idiot and I'm just blocking my air vent? But no, it's open. It's just so hot in here. Okay. Here we go. Up. And then, oops. Go over 3. Rex, and quit licking yourself. You're so loud. Just 1. Oh, there we go. All right. 2. 2. Starting to get more of the outlining going here. And unfortunately working toward the seam of the hat. Ugh. Let's get there. 2. 2. And then 3. There we go, 3. Now his little face is gonna start to appear more. Good, we're getting through the red. 3. Now we gotta go over, so that way we can go across 4. it's 2 away from there, which it is. We're counting everything out correctly. Oh, but yep, we're getting closer to the seam. Ugh. It'll be a butt to work around. Such a pain. Alright, but we're getting there. Alright, so now we go across over 4. So we got about 15 more minutes where I'm going to try and get some more of this laid in. Gotta fix this so this lays nice. Just every now and then I kind of fix it. There we go. Ooh, I'm going to trim the end of this as well so it doesn't get too frayed. There we go. Alright, seems to be laying nice. And like I said, I think this waist canvas is going to come out a lot nicer than our last waist canvas did, so it should be a lot easier to work around that. Three to 4. Sweet. Okay. So like I said, now we're kind of on that upward, going around. Okay. Come on up. There we go. Alright, so we went across 4. And this is where we go across 5. Although, I think what I'll kind of do, let's go 1 over, up, down, over, up, over, down is what we'll do. Let's get this part. This weekend you'll be running, oh, Bill and Ted 3, oh, nice. I haven't seen any of the Bill and Ted's, which actually my friend who does this like podcast where he watches, like he has never seen like a lot of the movies that like literally everyone's seen, and so he wants to do a podcast where he like watches the movies that like everyone else has seen but he hasn't, and then he like talks about them. So, and since me and another friend have not seen them besides the friend, we're gonna like watch them and then guest on his podcast and like talk about it. Oh, you think I'd like them? Awesome. Like I said, I think I just never watched them because I thought they looked dumb. Like I thought it looked stupid. So I like never watched it. Even though like people like them, I just never watched them. blue. You find Keanu disturbing, clean shaven. Yes, hasn't he? Yeah, he's always been like clean shaven Keanu for the most part, hasn't he? Like Speed, clean shaven. No, I swear in Speed he wasn't. Now I need to look at that. Oh, and I got a knot. Damn it. Hold on. I must have like gone through that somehow. I gotta unknot this. Whoop, I'm glad I caught that. Now he's old. Yeah, back then, yeah, he was always like clean shaven Keanu. I liked Speed version of Keanu. But yeah, babyface Keanu after he's been like bearded Keanu, it is kind of different. Well, yeah, Matrix Keanu, wasn't he clean shaven in Matrix? God damn, not like this. I gotta get this knot out real quick. Okay, it seems to be coming out. Yes. Okay, yeah, I like knotted right through my doggone thread here. There we go. Alright, we're good. We fixed it. Okay. Yeah, old guy. Oh yeah, old guy shaved. Yeah, with long hair. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I was pretty young. Well, I think when the first one came out in what, like 89, right? That was the year I was born. So I guess I just never watched that one. Never watched it. Alright, let's try this again and not make a knot. Okay? Okay. Yeah, it definitely was like coming up and was gonna make a knot. And that would have been annoying to try to get out. So I'm glad I caught it before I pulled it too tight. And then that would have been a freaking pain in my butt. Alright, so we'll go over, like I said, 2. And 2. Okay, so like we almost got his head here outlined. There'll definitely be like one more strand to get the rest of the red of the top done. Which I definitely won't have that in me tonight. Oh, every time you see a preview, I think, ew, they're trying too hard. Oh, like the how they're like older now. Yeah. They're definitely looking older. They're starting to look it. Looking old, boys. Although I do still find, well, like, actually I find older Keanu more attractive than younger Keanu. Yeah, again, because it's like the beard. I think the beard works for him. Normally I don't like guys with beards, but he works the beard. He does. Okay. Almost got this half done of the red. Chugging along. All right. 2. Oh, yeah, look, but when he's all air guitar and whatnot, but to each their own. I actually did, I think the very first thing that I ever saw young baby Keanu in. Like, very first thing. Let me look at it. God, okay, wait. I feel like, no, not 1997. So 1997? No. Which one is it? Oh, Babes in Toyland, 1986. Holy baby Keanu Reeves. It's got, what, Drew Barrymore in there? So Babes in Toyland, 1986. That was the first thing I saw Keanu in. Yo, you're gonna say that one? Yeah. That was baby Keanu. Gosh, yeah, because, what, so, let me see. How old is Keanu? Let me see. So, 1986. How old would Keanu have been in 86? He would have had to been, like, 1920? Like, okay, so he was born in 64. Oh, wait, God, yeah, he was 60, 70, 80. So he was, like, 23 in 87? 86. 80, so 82, or he was 22. 22 years old, so he was young. A young baby little dude. Gosh, yeah. He was cute. I was crushing on him in that. But that was back when I was like, I was a baby MOTO. I was in like elementary school, middle school. Crushing on me some Keanu. Babes in Toyland Keanu. He was adorable. 22. God, he was young. Phoenix, hey there. Hello, happy Wednesday. We're working on, oh, here's Buxton. He's like, I'm not asleep yet, Mom. I'm not asleep. Give me Cheez-Its. We are currently working on the Jurassic Park logo. We're stitching it on a hat. The first time I've done that, so it's interesting. It's interesting to see how it will turn out. I'm hopeful that it'll look good. But we will see. Won't really know if it turns out good until I take the waste canvas off and we see what we're left with. So, we'll see. But we're almost to the top here of our dinosaur head. Got 4 more stitches here, and then we go across the very top. So we're actually doing pretty good. It's a lot of red. You've been keeping tabs on your friend's kid who was born a bit early last month. You didn't know kids could be so adorable. Oh yeah, keeping tabs on social media. Oh, well, good. I hope he's doing well. Hope the baby's doing okay. Preemies are always scary the first like month or two. What do you get when you cross a pig and a dinosaur? Oh. Jurassic Park! God damn it, I know I've heard that one before. I never remember it, though. How's it going, Court? I never remember that one, and it's so simple. Jurassic Park. I love it. And I'm mad that I couldn't remember that one. 26 weeks and was 2 pounds. Jeez. Chunked up to 2.9 since that. Wow. Dang, that's so tiny. That's like a puppy. Like a little tiny wee thing. I'm glad that he's putting on weight. That's good. But yeah, we're getting there. Check out how much I've laid in since I've started. So we started obviously on the red. It's a lot to lay in, but I'm getting there. Getting there with him. So I'm almost to the like tippy top here. I'll probably finish this thread and call it a night since it's officially morning porch time. Is this all we've worked on tonight? Yes, we started this tonight. I had to start by basting the waist canvas on, so that took a little while, and putting the sticky backing on and trying to make sure that I centered it. So it took a little while for us to get started, but also it is quite time consuming to stitch on this. It's like, ugh. You gotta be very careful with their stitching. I'll save all the baby vid pics because one day the kid will be 6'2" and refuse to believe I was the size of a couple Hot Pockets, right? That's hilarious. I'm glad that the baby's doing well. Yeah, it's crazy to think that they'll be like a full-grown adult one day when they're that like tiny. Yeah, I'm going to first time. We made it. It's hot as shit in this crafting room. But we're plugging away. Chipping away. Oh, and I did wash those shirts that I ordered, and it helped shrink them a little bit, so I think they're going to be a little more reasonable size. They seemed quite ginormous when I got them in, and I'm like, oh no. But they are 100% cotton, so I think drying them helped shrink them a little bit. Because I wanted to shrink them before, you know, I stitched on them so it doesn't affect the stitching at all. Because I googled that and realized, oh yeah, if the shirt's going to shrink, I should probably wash and dry the shirts before I stitch on them. So it doesn't, yeah, affect the stitching. So good call there. Good call. Because the other shirt I stitched on wasn't 100% cotton, so there's not going to be an issue there, I don't think. I should have still probably washed those too, but it's fine. This is fine. It'll be okay. All right. So now we're at the very top of our dino head. Did I get a new tattoo? Oh no, yep, I've had that one. I've had that guy for several years now. Yep, I've had my Pookie Bear. Yep, that one's not new. It's just probably because it's like awkward to see, and you don't see it unless like I'm like literally like this. Yep, I've had that for a while. A few years now. Boop, boop. Actually, probably like close to, I think I had it before I started streaming. So for like 5 years. Gosh. I think I've had it the whole time. Prove it! Well, I got it when my nephew died. And my nephew died, I think, about 5 years ago. So, like, right before I started streaming. Because I got it, it's like a memorial tattoo. So I can show you the headstone. Yeah. Yep. Little bear. That's what his mom called him, her little bear. So it's like a sweet little remembrance tattoo. My brother said if he died, I have to get a little, like, what's that one comedian, the stand-up comedian, the Roger Dangerfield. I have to get a little Roger Dangerfield tattoo for him. I was like, nah. Not getting a Roger Dangerfield tattoo for you, dude. Two, three. So this is the part where I'm starting to get to the seam of the hat again, so it's getting harder to stitch. It's harder to stitch now. God. Okay. So I need to go at least across 4, 2. There we go. It is morning porridge time. That's right. I'm gonna just stitch until I'm done with this thread, and then I'm gonna call it a night. So we made it to morning porridge time. We made it, and it like flew by. It's taking so long to stitch through this guy. It's hard to stitch through the seam. That's the part that sucks. Let's see, is that good? Yep, so plenty of the paper, so we did good with laying that in. Oops, it's a little high. There, okay. 4. So I made it across 4. Definitely need one more strand to get us through the rest of the outlining here. God, it's so hard to come up. 4. So this is 4. So this is the top of his head. Right here. So that worked. A little higher up, come on. Come on, damn it. Almost got it. Okay, there we go. One, 2, 3, 4. So this makes 5. This is where then we come down. Okay, whoop. There. Alright. Then down 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So good. So this is the top of his head. We've gotten to the top of his head. I'm so excited. Come on. Up. Okay. And over, up. God, we're right on the seam now, so this sucks. There we go. 1 over. Where do we come up? Come up here. Yes. Well, I could get probably a few more stitches in. It's getting pretty short though. We'll go for one more stitch here. This is a lot to stitch through. Oh, right on the seam. Oh yeah, the focus does. It's so much harder to push it through when it's like right on this thick double part of the freaking fabric. It's terrible. Oh yeah, the focus like friggin' intensifies. Okay, there we go. And the thread is getting shorter, so it's harder to work with it when it's so short. And we're stitching on friggin' waist canvas. Ugh. Okay, if I can come up this hole. Oh, but I am pretty excited with how much red we got laid in. I was hoping to get all the red done, but I guess with how difficult this is to stitch on, I'm okay with this. Look at that. Got a good, I mean, I'd say more than half of the red done-ish. Maybe half. I don't know, because I forget. I don't know how much all down here and over here is, but that's like a lot right here. See? Look at them. So it's gonna be a decent size. Like that big. Thanks. Yeah, I'm excited with how much we've got laid in. I'm gonna go ahead and tie that off right quick. Here's what the back, of course, looks like laid in. Super awkward to stitch on though. It's for sure. So now we'll go ahead and get this tucked under, and like I said, we'll lay we'll do like backing over the stitching after we're all done with it completely. There we go. All right. Whew. Gosh, it's like killing my shoulder. Ugh. Got it. All right. So, check it out. Got a good chunk of it going. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with the progress, and I think it's laying nice and smooth enough, so I feel like as I keep going and we'll work our way out, it'll lay nice and flat, and then we'll be able to remove it and it'll be fine. So I just gotta make sure this does not get wet until I am 100% done, because if it gets wet, it loosens up and then it's like garbage. You gotta take it out. As I take a drink of water. Yeah, gotta keep it dry. So no spilling on this baby at all. It's not allowed. Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna turn out okay. Just gotta keep chugging away. Like I said, I think this is where it ends there. I think it'll definitely not go down quite that far, so I think we'll be good where it ends. Whew, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, guys. Like I said, I think I'm gonna be doing some video making this weekend. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream. I'm definitely not on Friday. Saturday, I think, is when I'm gonna try to do the video stuff. So I may not stream this weekend either. I think even oh, and I did start. I started today on Snoopy. So look at him. I started on Hockey Snoopy. I'm laying in the white. So I am working on another cross stitch as well, besides our Jurassic Park. Yeah, it is. We're in hard mode. It's super hard. I think this is the hardest thing we've stitched on. I think. Yeah, as far as, yeah, this is hard. It's hard to get through this goddamn seam. Ridiculous. We still have a lot more to stitch, but we'll get there. Once I get more laid in, it'll be easier to work around. It'll be a lot of just filling in and going. So I'll probably finish the red up top, then do the white, a lot of black, red, yellow. That, and then we'll be done. So, like I said, I'll switch to here. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. At least this is like nice and stuck on there. It's not going anywhere. So I based it on pretty good, and now that we've stitched more, it's definitely not moving. This baby is on. Hopefully, when we get it wet, it'll come out okay. We'll see. Hopefully. Hopefully it'll come out smoothly. If not, I don't care. We'll just trim it down like we did the other one. But yeah, there we go. Like I said, I'll post photos. Try to keep working on other stuff. And like I said, next weekend. So next weekend already is going to be the 24-hour stream, which is hard to believe. So next Friday. It's not this Friday. It's a week from Friday. Yeah, fossil fragments. Yeah, they'll just be fossil fragments. That's all. That's all. And dino DNA and MOTO DNA, all the DNA. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So yeah, I'll take a picture. I'll take like a selfie of the progress of this. It looks giant because I don't have it on. It's like above that. But yeah, it looks huge. Look like a trucker with this. Thank you, Mal. I can't wait to see it like completely done. It's gonna be awesome. Super excited. So, alright. I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Like I said, I'm thinking of starting the floss tube. And I think I'm gonna do my first one on Saturday. It's like, why not just jump into it, do it, post it, and we'll just get going. Like, what am I waiting for? Just do it. Yeah, whichever day, I will thank you. Alright, good night, guys. I'll post a photo here. Fare thee well. Until tomorrow. Goodbye.